Hello Capricorn. Joe, and I'm glad you're here checking this video out. This is mid-March, the end of March 2021. This is a timeless reading though, so you're meant to see it when you see it, but this will not be everybody's story, okay? So if it's not your story, that's all right. There's always another message and another time that might be better suited for you, okay? This is messages from your future self. What is it, Capricorn, that you are needing to know right now? What does your future self want you to know? Is there encouragement? Is there advice? Is there something that is unknown? So we will explore that, and we will talk about that with a number of different cards that we're going to use in this reading. And we're going to pull some tarot cards also, Capricorn. We're going to talk about this messages from your future self. You know, your future self is yourself now, and your higher self exists in a plane that is infinite. So the yesterday, the today, the tomorrow, there is none of that. It's all as if all is one and one is all at one time and at one moment. So Capricorn, we're going to try and tap into what your future self wants you to know. Mercury, the mind, coming through by the book. And the dove. The dove is absolutely wonderful to have come out in a reading. You know, it's about finding peace and being secure that you're protected and blessed and cared for and nurtured. So Capricorn, inner guidance. I like that, Capricorn, because it's almost this future self and this inner guidance. It's the higher self being one that's there to guide you along this journey here. So, you know, connecting with your own internal guidance. It's not guidance from the universe or from your higher power or the angels, although that is perfectly okay and should be practiced if that's your spiritual practice, that is. But it's the inner guidance, it's the inner knowing, and that inner knowing comes from your soul. Your soul is your higher self, water element, sensing and knowing. So this is the sensing and the inner guidance and tapping into that coming through very strongly in this reading so far. And the mind, it's like the mind is connected to the emotions, and it's our emotional body and our mental body working together in unison, and that peace and reassurance coming through with the dove. So let's see what this message is about. Okay, we have, oh, you know, I wanted to get these two here, so I apologize, Capricorn. Let me get your card. Okay, a lot of emotion in your reading, Capricorn. So your future self wants you to know if you're feeling very emotional lately, if you're feeling very up and down and unsure. This is all about finding harmony within your emotional body, you know, so that's coming through, and the water element with sensing and knowing, but it's finding harmony within your emotional body so that you can better perceive and feel within your soul what it is you need to know. You have strength coming out, which is amazing. I love that. And we have a few more cards and we'll get started, Capricorn. So Capricorn, your future self wants you to know that the element of perseverance in your life is very prominent. It's like this need to continually persevere through one obstacle or the other. And so you may be questioning things at any point in time, like, is there a point in which I can let up and not have to constantly be persevering through one circumstance or the other, one obstacle or another. It always continually coming up in your life, and your future self is saying, yes, stay the course, because it's not too far off for you here with the way the cards are coming out. It's there is some union ahead for you that is very important, and your future self wants to remind you that to stay the course, that strength is that taming that inner yourself, and being able to rely on your judgment and your own internal understanding to make the right decisions, to make the right moves, to not react, but to act deliberately. In your deliberate acting, you're not reacting, and so there is less cause and effect in something that you don't want to manifest. And so instead of being one who reacts, it's one that acts deliberately based on what is going on around them. So your future self is reminding you to just hone in that strength and stay the course. There are some very good things, and I want to say it again, Capricorn, very good things coming towards you. With the Two of Cups, there's some kind of emotional union coming through, and it could be romantic, it could be family or friendship. It doesn't matter here, but this is saying that there are happier times ahead. So you can rest assured, believe that that there is a feeling of peace descending on your life, and that descending of peace upon you is going to bring you like a whole new feeling of grace and justice also coming through the word justice. So there's this grace and justice and a newfound abundance in your life. And so Capricorn, this is really about maintaining your focus. Mercury, the mind, and strength. Strength, it comes from the mind, but it also comes from controlling our emotions. And so there's this inner guidance also with the mind coming through, and this water element sensing that's saying here that really rely on your internal knowing, your internal workings. So you may see things that kind of look differently, and you look at them differently, but you feel another way about them. Or there may be things that you really can't get a clear picture on, and you just know that you know, even though there isn't evidence to quite support that yet. You really need to rely on your internal knowing, your internal belief system, because that's what's going to carry you through to this abundance. It's like this strength card, this lion is no longer a fierce lion. This is all about being tamed. He's got the crow sitting on his nose, and he's yawning, and he's garnished with flowers. This lion has been through the battle already. So there are no more battles in this circumstance ahead, and your future self wants you to know it's time to move forward with grace and pride, and just to be proud of the journey that you've had so far. There is a time where Capricorn, you probably felt that, like I said earlier, there were just so many things that always felt like kept coming up. One more thing, that's always one more thing until the end of the road, and then another thing, and then another. And so there's this feeling of perseverance, and it's really been tough on your mind, but it's also honed your senses with your mind. It's given you the ability to really be a tough, strong person when it comes to not letting everything affect you in a negative way. But it's also opened your mind up and expanded your mind to have a higher understanding, to be a very deep thinker, because these experiences have kind of honed that in for you to become a very deep thinker. The Buy the Book is here. And I want to again point out with the Buy the Book, if there's any unfinished business, your future self is saying it's time to get busy with that unfinished business. It's time to wrap up loose ends, because some of these loose ends might be something that's actually holding you back. And it might just be the element of procrastination, or it's just having to do everything meticulously. So anything that needs to be taken care of in the world of official business, or in something that is very important, needs to be looked over twice, detailed, and make sure everything is done in a manner that is 100% correct and right. Your future self wants you to know here with this Dove card that peace is descending down upon you, okay? Peace rises gently from within your heart, and my path is blessed with grace. So there's this peace that's going to come over you. You're being blessed with peace, and part of that is the belief that that peace is there to be had. And so inner peace, we start with that. The inner peace all of a sudden envelops our lives lives when we really practice the inner peace, even in the most adversarial and difficult circumstances, which is really a way that we train ourselves to just have joy. But your future self really, I think, is pointing out that this card here, this peace and this strength, are probably two of the most important things to pay attention to. That again, that strength is about the taming oneself through all kinds of ups and downs, and all these hard experiences have formed you and molded you. But now it's time to just be that glorious, proud creature that has weathered many storms, that has many scars, but those scars are beautiful, and they really tell a story about who you truly are. I'll read the affirmation for you, Capricorn. Hand your worries to the divine feminine. Trust that she knows how to create solutions without force or aggression. See, and that's that taming with the strength card. You have the ability to settle your mind by tuning into your heart and letting go. Don't wait for things to be in order before you feel at peace. Give yourself to peace and trust in your heart right now. Even the most daunting problems can be resolved more gracefully than you realize. Letting go will bring you resolution more quickly and graciously. The divine feminine is reassuring you that all is well. So this is connecting your mind and your heart, and it's synchronizing and harmonizing your emotions, your thoughts, your mental and emotional body all in one. And it also, again, like I point out, the strength card isn't about brute force. It's about love and compassion, but it's also about being proud of your journey ahead. And I do again want to say your future self wants you to know that there's plenty of good to come for you in the time ahead. It's to practice that peace, that inner peace, and let that peace come in around you, and to lift you up, and to know that you are a strong, and you are not just strong but loving and compassionate. And it's time that you can let your guard down a little bit. You don't have to worry continually about the next obstacle coming up in your life, because when things do come up, you can just surpass them with grace, Capricorn. So that is your reading. I hope that spoke something to your soul. If it did, let me know down below. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day.